Hey everyone, it's Lena Howland reporting for ABC 10. I wanted to take you live right now to the Chico Mall, and this is where the Campfire Disaster Recovery Center is now open. The doors have just opened to allow some of the campfire evacuees. You can see them heading in just behind me here, and I'm going to flip the camera around so you can actually see this line of campfire survivors finally getting in the door. We've seen these people lining up for about the past 2.5 hours. You can see there is a line of folks wrapped around the building, hoping to get some support and assistance as they work to rebuild their lives. Now, inside of this disaster recovery center, this is where folks can sign up for FEMA assistance. This is also where they are going to be getting some help in replacing some of those documents that they have lost in the fire. Things like birth certificates, marriage certificates, property deeds, things along those lines. So if you take a closer look at this, the line is still moving. They have just opened the doors. The line is still moving. People are still waiting to get inside, meet with those volunteers, get the help that they need to rebuild their lives. Now, you notice many of the people here are wearing masks. That's because it's extremely hazy here in Chico. We are still seeing a lot of that smoke. If we just pan around right here, look at the sun. A lot of people have their dogs here, of course, so we've seen a lot of the dogs in the parking lot. The parking lot is already completely full. We've seen people move around to other parking lots on the other sides of the mall just to be able to park and get inside. So I'm going to move in just a hair closer. If we take a closer look at the doors opening here, and I'm going to get out of the middle of the road before a nice volunteer yells at us. So if we take a closer look, this is just kind of the line that we are seeing as we talk to some of the folks that are here. I'm going to move over to the other side of the road to give them some space. This is what we're seeing out here. A lot of these people in line, they have lost everything in the fire. I'm going to flip this camera and flip it back to me here. So again, for those of you that are just now tuning into our Facebook Live, this is what we've been talking about all morning. This is the Disaster Recovery Center. This is where people can get the help that they need to rebuild their lives. Many of the people here have lost their homes in the campfire. There are also some people in line that have lost their businesses. They are getting information on how they can rebuild their businesses, get it up and running, and what to do in the meantime. So we're walking around to the other side. The line's been moving for a few minutes. I'm gonna we're gonna flip that camera around. So for those of you wondering where we are at the Chico Mall, and we are at the former Sears building. You can kind of see the letters right here on that Facebook Live. I'm gonna keep moving over. All right. The line still wrapped all the way around the building. Unbelievable. You know, absolutely unbelievable. Your heart really breaks for so many of these people in line. And it's an emotional thing to see this many people here asking for help and reaching out. They have to rebuild their lives from scratch. So they're here for those first initial stages. They are here to sign up for that FEMA assistance. There are people from FEMA here to help them through that process in getting the help that they need to rebuild their lives. There are volunteers from the county here helping to get them some of those important documents, such as marriage certificates, birth certificates. There are even people from the DMV. If you lost your driver's license in this, there are people here to help you replace those documents. There are quite a few volunteers helping to make sure this process goes along smoothly. And still, we are seeing the line wrapped around the block. I'll flip the camera around one more time for you. I'm still seeing a crazy long line. It looks like some people are even struggling to find some parking over here. Absolutely. Wow. So I talked to the county about this earlier today, and the county told me that they are asking people to be patient. Obviously, you see this line outside. There are going to be lines inside. They are asking people to just be patient with this process. It's going to take some time to get through and get all of the information that you need to know. I'll flip this camera around back on me. The other important tidbit is none of these resources are going away. The county and the other resources involved in this process, they are in this for the long haul. This will reopen every single day at 9 in the morning. It will close at 7. It will reopen the next day. It stays open 7 days a week, including Thanksgiving, as we are aware of as it stands right now. It will stay open 7 days a week for the foreseeable future. They said it could be several weeks, it could be a few months. We were told this is going to stay open as a resource for folks in the community that have lost things in the Camp Fire. This will stay open for them as a resource. So we are finally starting to see that line die down just a hair, which means it is going to be getting a little packed and hectic on the inside. I'll walk back over there here in just a minute. We're going to cross the road. All right. So, this is the Chico Mall. This is the former Sears building. And we are walking in with some of the survivors of the Camp Fire. Many of them have lost homes. Many of them have lost businesses. All of them are just hoping to get a little help on those resources that might be available for them when it comes to rebuilding. So we'll flip it back over to me on this side. We are going to continue to stay out here and bring you a story about some of the people that we met here today in line on what they are hoping to get out of this, and you know, just kind of an update on how they're feeling today now that they are getting access to this type of federal help. So we're gonna work on piecing that story together right now. So I'm gonna hop off of this Facebook Live, work on that story for you. Our story is gonna air at 5 o'clock on ABC 10, so I hope you'll tune in. It'll also be on our website, and we will bring you another update a little bit later in the day. So for now, reporting in Chico, at the Chico Mall, at the Disaster Recovery Center, I'm Lena Howland for ABC 10.